movie review, Man of the West, 1958. It was released and it's directed by Anthony Mann. It's a Western. Many people view this as a very, very good movie. Well, not me. I enjoyed it because I enjoy Westerns, but I don't think it's up there with some of the real contenders like High Noon, Gunfight on the OK Corral, and others. Anyway, what do we have? We got starring Gary Cooper as Link Jones. Link is a reformed outlaw, and Julie London plays Miss Ellie, who's a saloon entertainer. No singing from her in this movie, by the way. And Lee J. Cobb plays Doc Tobin. He's a outlaw and gang leader. And Gary Cooper's character, Link Jones, was a member of his gang. But as I say, he's a reformed character. He's out of that business now, trying to basically create a new life. And he decides that he wants to hire a teacher for his local community in Texas. And he gets on a train to Fort Worth, where on that train is London, and Sam Beardsley, played by Arthur O'Connell, is a bit of a trickster who tries to put himself into Cooper's life by suggesting he can help with finding a teacher for a price. He's a bit of a shyster. And anyway, they're on this train, and it becomes subject to an attack by Tobin's gang as they attempt to steal some dosh that's on it. Their attempt is unsuccessful, but as a result of the guards protecting the cash and the fighting with the members of the gang, a number of people leave the train, and they are Link, Miss Ellie, and Sam. The three of them get left behind, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. And so it brings it upon Link, who has some knowledge of the area, to try and steer them to safety. And they embark on a walk across the terrain, and Link then comes across this sort of rundown shack, and he is aware that it has been used by the gang as a place to hide after doing a job. And yes, surprise, surprise, Tobin and his gang are holed up in this shack, and the three join them as a place to rest their head. At that point, of course, Link re-establishes himself with his old emissary, Doc, and the camaraderie is clearly still there between the two main protagonists, Link and Doc. And some of the scenes involving the two are memorable as they exchange old stories. Now, his gang, who've been perceived by Doc as being totally incompetent and gutless after their failure to reap the rewards from the train, are commented in the same breath as Doc recalls all the successes with Link. So this generates a tension between the current gang and Link. It comes out in a rather nasty way as one of the gang attempts to intimidate and ruthlessly frighten Ellie into carrying out a striptease for his sexual amusement. This then obviously throws Link into a different situation, and he attempts to try and keep the members at bay and protect Ellie. And this tension isn't really resolved. It then becomes evident that Doc has plans to rob a bank in a town called Lasso, and the members of of his gang try to persuade him to kill Link, Ellie, and the other man, Sam, as they see these three as getting in their way. However, Doc has a soft spot for Link and relents, and so they all end up going off in the direction of this bank. We then arrive near the destination. A plan is put together by Doc, and it involves one member going ahead of the rest to seek out the terrain inside the town and the bank, and Link sees an opportunity to get away from the gang and create a scenario so that he can protect Ellie. But Doc is not naive, and he forces another member to go with Link into the town. And the town presents as a extremely deserted, quiet, dry place, which lacks any human contact. It looks like a ghost town. And from there on, we move towards the conclusion. In contrast, then, I would say that Gary Cooper, he plays the same role in all of his movies, and yes, he is appealing, but it lacks the energy, I think. I'm more impressed with Lee J. Cobb as the outlaw, the mean outlaw. His performance is 5-star. The female interest by Julie London is quite strong. She has some scenes where her emotions come to the fore. She becomes quite a lonely figure, and shares her affection for Link, but unfortunately he has a family with children. But it's quite sort of well handled by the director, man. And overall, it's a nice little movie. There are some gunfights towards the end, but nothing particularly shocking, and certainly doesn't hold your attention that far. We get to the final cut, and just one point about the photography, the cinematography, which is first rate, as we see the environment in Texas. So there we have it, Man of the West, 1958. It's not going to make my top 5, probably not my top 10, but if you're a Gary Cooper fan, you'll enjoy it. And the con man, Arthur O'Connell, also a good performance. That's it.